It's all over. Liv Morgan may kick Dominik Mysterio out of the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio's on-screen relationship has been one of the most captivating and high-grossing storylines in WWE. Their chemistry as a heel couple garnered significant attention from fans, and they quickly became a beloved yet chaotic pair. However, recent developments have put their relationship on a downward spiral, especially following Morgan's heartbreaking loss of the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley at the Raw premiere on Netflix. This loss has set the stage for a dramatic split between the two, and it could ultimately lead to Morgan kicking Mysterio out of the Judgment Day. The dynamic between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio had always been an intriguing blend of power and manipulation. As part of the Judgment Day faction, both superstars thrived under the leadership of Rhea Ripley and the guidance of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Together, they created a strong and controversial force that dominated WWE television. But everything changed when Morgan's title reign came to an abrupt and shocking end at the hands of Ripley. The aftermath of Morgan's loss to Ripley was emotionally charged, especially as Dominik Mysterio attempted to reconcile with Morgan in a moment that seemed scripted to bring the couple back together. However, it didn't take long for the cracks in their relationship to appear. The pivotal moment came during the Raw episode following Morgan's loss. Dominik, attempting to make amends, presented Morgan with a bouquet, seemingly hoping to patch things up. But instead of receiving a warm embrace, Morgan was visibly uninterested, coldly rejecting his gesture. This rejection was a clear sign that the trust between the two had been shattered. Morgan, who once adored her Daddy Dom character and stood by him through thick and thin, now seemed distant and disillusioned. The blind trust she had in Dominik was gone, and she appeared to realize that he might not be the person she thought he was. For Morgan, this could mark the end of their storyline relationship, and it could open the door for significant changes for both superstars, especially Dominik Mysterio. In light of these developments, it seems possible that Liv Morgan could ask the Judgment Day to kick Dominik out of the faction. Morgan's dissatisfaction with Mysterio could lead her to take matters into her own hands, severing ties with him and moving on from their partnership. As a member of the Judgment Day, Morgan's decision to distance herself from Dominik would likely create a ripple effect within the faction. Given her own struggles with Ripley following her title loss, the tension between the two women would only grow, further complicating the dynamics within the group. Moreover, the breakup of Morgan and Mysterio could be the catalyst for Dominik's much-needed babyface turn. For years, Mysterio has been embroiled in a heel persona that often relied on his association with his on-screen father, Rey Mysterio, and the dark influence of the Judgment Day. A change in direction could offer him the chance to reinvent himself as a more focused singles competitor, free from the constraints of his heel persona. WWE could use this storyline to provide Dominik with a fresh start, one that sees him rise to new heights and develop his skills as a solo performer, much like his famous father did in the past. A potential babyface turn would offer Dominik Mysterio the chance to develop a new connection with the WWE Universe. While fans have seen him in a controversial light as a member of the Judgment Day, his shift toward a heroic character could help him earn their respect and support. This move would not only breathe new life into his career, but also allow for a deeper character evolution that could lead to exciting rivalries and storylines in the coming months. The possible breakup between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio marks a pivotal moment in both superstars' careers. For Morgan, it's an opportunity to reevaluate her place in WWE as she moves away from her association with Dominik and the Judgment Day. For Mysterio, the situation could pave the way for a babyface transformation and a stronger, more independent singles career. Only time will tell if WWE will fully embrace this shift, but one thing is certain. This storyline has the potential to alter the course of both Morgan's and Mysterio's WWE journeys. Fans will undoubtedly be watching closely as these dramatic changes unfold. In WWE, anything is possible, especially when it comes to shifting alliances and unexpected twists in storylines. One of the most intriguing dynamics currently unfolding is the potential for Liv Morgan, known as the Miracle Kid, to leave her alliance with Dominik Mysterio and gravitate toward Finn Balor. While Morgan and Balor are not exactly a perfect pair in the current storyline, there have been subtle teases suggesting that the two might share some behind-the-scenes chemistry that could spill over into the ring. Liv Morgan's relationship with Dominik Mysterio has been a roller coaster of ups and downs, especially in recent months. Initially, the pairing seemed like an unlikely yet intriguing combination. Morgan, with her rebellious, high-energy style, and Mysterio, the young, cocky son of Rey Mysterio, made for an interesting duo within the Judgment Day faction. But despite their on-screen chemistry, there are growing signs that their alliance may not last much longer. There have been moments in WWE programming where tensions between Morgan and Mysterio have been evident. Morgan's unpredictability and willingness to break from the norm, especially when it comes to alliances, could indicate that she's not fully invested in her partnership with Dominik. Meanwhile, Mysterio's continuing struggle to gain respect within the Judgment Day has been the backdrop to many of his interactions, and Morgan may see this as a liability. Could she be planning to cut ties with Dominik to align herself with a more powerful member of the Judgment Day? Enter Finn Balor, the former Universal Champion and leader of the faction. While Morgan and Balor have not yet been directly involved in any major storyline together, there have been subtle hints on WWE broadcasts that there is potential for them to form an unexpected alliance. Finn Balor is known for his calculating nature, and Morgan's unpredictability could complement his methodical approach to success. Together, they could form a more dynamic and dangerous version of the Judgment Day, one that could revitalize the faction. If Morgan and Balor do decide to team up, the consequences for Dominik Mysterio could be significant. Balor's influence on the faction could push Mysterio to the sidelines, turning him from a partner into a lackey. In the world of professional wrestling, it's not uncommon for younger, less experienced members to be overshadowed by their more established colleagues. Mysterio could find himself struggling to maintain his relevance in the Judgment Day if Morgan and Balor decide to take center stage. A power shift like this would not only bring fresh energy to the Judgment Day, but also reshape the faction's dynamics entirely. Balor's leadership, combined with Morgan's rebellious nature, could create a new, more formidable force in WWE. Mysterio, left behind in the wake of this shift, would have to either prove his worth or risk being kicked out of the group entirely. There's also the possibility that this storyline could unfold in dramatic fashion.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.